Alright, let's talk candy bars. There are plenty of contenders in the game, some flashy, some nutty, some trying too hard to be artisanal. But let's be honest, when the hunger monster attacks, when the cravings hit like a wrecking ball, when life itself feels like it's falling apart, what's the one candy bar that always delivers? Snickers. So what makes Snickers the undisputed champion? Buckle up because we're about to unwrap the delicious, nutty truth. Eating a Snickers is not just snacking, it's a full-blown sensory experience. This isn't some flimsy, melt-in-your-hand candy bar that disappears the second you take a bite. Oh no, Snickers makes an entrance.
Better?
First, you've got that chocolate shell, smooth and perfectly snappable. It's like a prelude to the chaos of flavors that's about to hit your taste buds. Then the caramel stretch, that gooey, sticky, slow-motion moment of bliss that makes you wonder if the caramel is actually a gift from the heavens. And just when you think you've hit peak indulgence, bam, the peanut-packed nougat kicks in, bringing crunch, chew, and a whole lot of why is this so good energy. However, it's not just the ingredients, it's the perfect balance as well. Sweet, salty, crunchy, chewy, melty, and gooey, all happening at once. Some candy bars focus too much on one thing. They can be too sweet, too rich, too sticky. But Snickers, it's the Goldilocks of candy bars. Every element is in perfect harmony. And before you think this is just some happy accident, let's get scientific for a second. Snickers has actual sustenance. It's got sugar for energy, fat for flavor, protein from the peanuts, and caramel for, well, caramel is just amazing. Unlike some candy bars that give you a 5-minute sugar rush followed by an instant crash, Snickers keeps you going. It doesn't just satisfy your sweet tooth, it puts your hunger in a chokehold and tells it to sit down. This is why Snickers has been classified as emergency food rations in some situations. That's right, Snickers is a survival tool too. It's like the Swiss Army knife of candy bars. We've all seen the commercials. Some poor, unsuspecting soul is acting hangry, irrational, and about 3 seconds away from throwing hands with a lamppost. Enter Snickers. One bite later, and they're magically back to normal, no longer contemplating war against inanimate objects. And you know what? It's accurate. Snickers is the only candy bar that actively fights bad moods. It's practically a public service at this point. Think about it. When you're cranky, it's usually because your blood sugar is plummeting into why is everything terrible territory. Other candy bars might give you a quick sugar rush, but Snickers actually fills you up. It's got peanuts for protein because a little muscle behind the sweetness never hurt anyone. It also has caramel for energy, a sticky, gooey, and scientifically proven technique to improve your mood, probably. And let's not forget the chocolate for happiness. And interestingly enough, there's actual science behind this. Chocolate increases dopamine, and dopamine equals happiness. Therefore, Snickers does count as cheap therapy. Basically, eating a Snickers is like hitting the reset button on your emotions. And if that's not a superpower, I don't know what is. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this video, then don't forget to hit that like button. Did you know that Snickers was named after a horse? Yes, you heard that correctly. The world's most beloved candy bar wasn't named after its ingredients, its deliciousness, or its ability to rescue people from the brink of emotional collapse. No, it was named after a horse. Apparently, the Mars family, also known as the candy-making masterminds behind Snickers, had a horse they absolutely adored. So when it came time to name the revolutionary new candy bar, they thought, you know what, let's honor Snickers the horse. Now, I don't know what kind of horse this was, but if it inspired something as legendary as Snickers, it must have been built differently. Probably had extra horsepower. What do you think? Candy preferences are highly controversial. You mention liking candy corn and suddenly people look at you like you just committed a crime. Say you prefer white chocolate over milk chocolate and you'll start a Thanksgiving dinner level debate. But Snickers is above the drama. Nobody hates Snickers. It's a universal truth. It doesn't matter if you like dark chocolate, milk chocolate, peanut butter, caramel, or nougat, Snickers delivers on all fronts. It's got something for everyone, making it the Switzerland of candy bars. Neutral yet wildly powerful. It's also the one candy that feels acceptable in every situation. Need a quick snack? Snickers. Skip breakfast? Snickers. Going on a road trip? Snickers. And feeling emotionally unstable? Snickers. Lost in the woods with no sign of rescue? Snickers. And the list doesn't end here. It's practically a meal replacement at this point. In fact, some people, okay, probably just me, argue that Snickers should be classified as an essential food group. And let's talk about global influence. Snickers isn't just an American legend, it's a worldwide phenomenon. It's sold in over 70 countries, which means even in the most remote corners of the planet, people still recognize greatness. Some candy bars come and go. They launch with flashy new flavors, have their moment in the sun, and then disappear into the void of forgotten snacks. But Snickers has been a staple since 1930. It survived wars, recessions, and more questionable fashion trends than we'd like to admit. It's not just the king of candy bars, it's the monarchy, the parliament, and the entire candy kingdom. Moreover, did you know that Snickers is the candy bar that has been to space? You heard that right. NASA astronauts have taken Snickers to space. It's been to zero gravity and still remained undefeated. If it's good enough for the final frontier, it's good enough for your snack drawer. If you had to pick one candy bar that absolutely dominates the marketing game, you'd have to go with Snickers. Sure, other brands try their best. Some use nostalgia, some use shock value, some just throw random celebrities into commercials and hope for the best. However, Snickers plays chess while everyone else is playing checkers. The "You're Not You When You're Hungry" campaign is a work of art. It's simple, it's funny, and most importantly, it's painfully accurate. We've all been there. 1 second, you're a functioning member of society, and the next, you're a gremlin with zero patience for anything or anyone. Then, with one bite of Snickers, you suddenly remember how to be a decent human being again. This campaign has been running since 2010, which in advertising years is basically an eternity. Most ads get stale after a few months, but Snickers keeps it fresh by swapping out new celebrities in hilarious scenarios. We've seen Betty White tackle football, Joe Pesci pick fights at parties, and even Mr. Bean attempting kung fu, all because they were hungry. And let's be real, we see ourselves in these ads. No one is their best self when hunger strikes. 1 minute you're cool and collected, the next you're yelling at your Wi-Fi router like it personally betrayed you. Studies show that ads using humor are more memorable and more likely to influence buying decisions. So every time you see one of these commercials, you're not just laughing. You're subconsciously adding Snickers to your next grocery list. Marketing genius. Don't you think so? Let us know in the comments. Look, we could sit here all day debating which candy bars are great, but at the end of the day, none of them hold a candle to Snickers. Let's break down why. Milky Way is too soft and has no crunch. Basically, a Snickers without the best part, the peanuts. Three Musketeers, it's a sugar cloud disguised as a candy bar. No caramel, no peanuts, what are we even doing here? And then Twix, a solid runner-up, but 1 bar is never enough and 2 bars still don't hit like Snickers. Reese's is amazing, but let's be honest, 1 cup and you're still hungry. Snickers is the only candy bar that actually satisfies. And while other candy bars come and go, launching new flavors only to disappear 6 months later, Snickers stays iconic. They don't need to do crazy gimmicks or throw random flavors at the wall to see what sticks. Snickers knows what its strengths are and plays to them. And that is why it remains undefeated. Snickers is more like a childhood memory, a road trip essential, a trick-or-treating jackpot. Think about it, you don't just remember Snickers, you remember where you were when you ate your first one. Maybe it was a reward for being good at the grocery store. Maybe it was the one thing keeping you sane during a long road trip. Or maybe it was your go-to movie snack before theaters started charging $10 for a small popcorn. Whatever the case, Snickers has been with us through it all. And that is the magic of nostalgia, when a brand becomes so ingrained in your life that you don't just crave it, you trust it. That's why Snickers is still here, still thriving, still sitting on the candy bar throne like an unshakable ruler. That's because when life gets tough, when hunger strikes, when you need a snack that actually delivers, there's only one true king, and its name is Snickers. So let's settle this once and for all. Is Snickers the best candy bar ever? Yes, absolutely, unquestionably. It's got flavor, texture, substance, science, and a legacy longer than some royal bloodlines. It's been to space, survived world wars, fueled generations, and cured hunger-induced rage across the globe. So next time you're standing in the candy aisle wondering what to choose, remember, Snickers is never the wrong answer. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch more videos on our channel. Thank you for watching. See ya.